Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Blight League. So we have a lot of stuff to go over today. I'll try to keep it as simple as possible for everyone to understand the thought process and how we went from what we were at before to now. So how I slowly made these adjustments. I didn't just randomly make a gigantic change to the build. It was incremental. So what happened is, while I was delving, you guys saw it, yesterday's clip, I ended the recording with, I ended the highlights with me fighting a Delve Depth 638 Harbinger Nemesis mod. It had extra damage, whatever. It was super tanky, super strong damage. They murdered all of my zombies, my specters, my animated guardian, all my skeleton. I couldn't clear it, and I ended the video. So I was like, when you're cycloning and you're in delving, you don't want to stop cycloning because you can then die. Basically, if I am cycloning, I'm almost unkillable because constantly reprocking the shield, which, if you don't know what I'm talking about, while I'm cycloning, I'm doing Spirit Offering Desecrate, so I'm getting a gigantic massive shield every 0.7 seconds, and all of my minions are also getting gigantic shields at 20% of their life every single time this procs. Resetting the shield, by the way. Okay, so that's the concept right now. So because I am unkillable while cycloning, I want to continue cycloning. So I talked about in the last episode that I need to get the ability to never be frozen. So I got that. I crafted cannot be frozen. Well, I had another pair of boots. My old pair was these. This is what I was using. It gave me the dex that I needed, exact dex requirement, exact lightning, exact chaos, exact move speed, and then cannot be frozen. Had no life because it would be a luxury, and I was testing stuff out. I wasn't ready to solidify the build yet. I solidified it today, and this is the build. Now I'll show you. So, the first thing was I needed to not be frozen. The second thing is I didn't want to stop cycloning to summon skeletons anymore. So, skeletons aren't in the build anymore. Goodbye. Our new link, we have Raise Zombie, Minion Damage, Feeding Frenzy support, Empower 4, 4.8x by the way. You don't actually need the Empower, it's a luxury. You can put Maim, you can put Fortify, you could put Multi-Strike, you don't need Empower. You could even put Crit Damage, okay? Those four, listen, I'll say it again. Because the chestplate doesn't have Maim anymore. So Maim, if your chestplate doesn't have Maim, I'll explain the other items after. So if you don't have Maim, get Maim. That's the next one after Ruthless. Though the one after that is Fortify, then Multi-Strike, or then Crit Damage, then Multi-Strike. Okay, so either you'll need 3 blues or you'll need 4 blues, and it's not that hard to get the blues. Just do the color crafting. It's 120 chrome to get 3 blue. It's not that expensive, and then the odds are the rest are going to be red. Okay, and then we have melee physical damage support, and we have Ruthless. So this is supposed to be a 2020. I just made all these changes, so I should just buy it. Whatever. It's not, like, the point is, it's overkill already. I could do this with a 5 link of zombies. Our zombies are now one-shotting everything at Delve 700, so that's really, really good. Let me just show you. We made it past where we were. We were at 638. We're at 688. I'm not even going to show the delving. I'm going to keep progressing it because it's too easy. Anyways, with the new build. So the new chest plate, this you don't have to do. I sold my old one, okay? I put it in my stash. I might have made a mistake. I put it for 14x because I looked it up and I think it was around 15x. I put it for 14. Somebody instantly messages me and buys it. So that chest plate's gone. I made 14x. Bought this chest plate for 4.5x. So the reason this chest plate's insane for this build, it has increased strength and strength. So that's crazy. Just those two alone. Good luck. Good luck trying to get that. Okay, that's on an astral plate with 28% quality, with an 83 base, with all the extra good mods too. Broken. Okay, that's one thing. So the fact that I switched to only zombies meant that we really want to use mon'tregul's Grasp now. We're fully committed into zombies, and so the best way out of a weapon, now that we didn't need the Convoking Wand anymore, was definitely the mon'tregul's Grasp Void Scepter. The Claw didn't add very much, to be honest. The increase, we were using this claw. It added increased minion damage, aura damage, attack speed to me, lightning damage to apply elemental equilibrium. It was okay, but to be honest, extremely unnecessary and it didn't add very much. So I switched to this claw to try out putting the dex on the claw so that I could switch to these boots to get 35% move speed and 34 strength and good life, and it was good, right? This combination was good. I got the dex from the claw, then I get a good ass boot, 4x boot. But then I was like, well, I want more damage. I talked about wanting to get 2 or 3 times the damage in the previous video, and the item that added 2 times damage that easily was mon'tregul's Grasp. So you get mon'tregul's Grasp, you get a corruption on it with lightning or fire damage to apply elemental equilibrium still with your Cyclone, and then I have 93% more physical damage, and the monsters makes the monsters explode for 20% of their maximum life as fire damage. So this is really good for the build for damage when you're fully focused on zombies now. So then the other thing is, I found out this is where things got a little bit get a little bit crazy. Okay, tell me you're sitting down. Okay, so I found out that the jewel I've been using forever. Yeah, we've only looked at it for this side, right? So we've had the 5% increased strength, the 20% increased armor, 5% increased strength, and 1% of life per second. Okay. I remembered that I had this 5% increased strength, and so I looked up on the tree. I searched in the top 5% increased strength. I found out that the shield node had 5% increased strength, and that this node that has to do with channeling, we're cycloning now permanently, 4% additional physical damage reduction while channeling, 5% increased strength. So now we have a jewel that gives us 25% increased strength, 70 strength, 20% increased armor, and 1% of life regen per second. So this one jewel previously was 330 strength. Let's look at what it does now. We're at 1678. We gain 343 strength from a single jewel. Okay, so that is the first part. The next part is I told you I changed out the chest plate, so now we're strength stacking. We have 52 strength and then 12% increased strength from the chest plate. Our belt, we have 35 strength, 17 strength, 12% increased attributes. Our amulet, we have the 24 strength, 24 dex, and 12% increased attributes. I couldn't get strength on the Ami while still getting fire res. I needed the fire res to cap my reses. I'll show you here. When you apply your Spirit Offering, you're overcapped by quite a bit. It's pretty nice. If I Divine Orb either the boots, this ring, or the belt by one... Not the belt. If I Divine these two with 1 extra Chaos... Oh, actually, the shield's way better. If I Divine the shield for 1 extra Chaos res, I get to take off this node here of 4% Chaos res, and I get to gain an extra point on my skill tree, so that's a thing. And then... We wanted strength, so this ring was extremely hard to get. Let me emphasize how stupidly good this ring is. T1 strength, T1 dex. This is all the dex required for the build, by the way. This 55, you just need 35. You don't even need 50, but we got a 50. Okay. You don't even need the 24 on the amulet either. It was just, why not? You know, while we're getting it. The base was really good. So. It had T2 lightning, it has tier 1 life, and an open prefix for the channeling skills have -3 total cost, so my Cyclone is free. That feels really good on no regen maps, because when you pot with the Eternal Mana Flask, it doesn't keep regenning the mana over the duration, over your max mana, so when I only have a pool of, I had 60, I could only Cyclone for, 5 or 10 seconds, and I would run out, and I'd have to click the flask. It was really annoying, where I could permanently Cyclone forever before. So this ring, super expensive and super hard, but this was the starting point to the switch. If I could get the dex solved, then the rest of the gear was just chaos res, life, strength. It was really easy from there, as long as the dex was solved right away. So I overpaid for this ring. I paid 10x just to make this build work. Okay, it's really cool now, though, because now our boots get to just have strength. We could have an armor base if we wanted to. We got all the chaos res solved. We have all our reses solved. Our strength is up to 1678, and technically we could get more if we were able to find a jewel with more 5% increased strengths. This is 5, okay? We could hit more. We could do more. It could be easier. Like, for example, this one took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points to get. This one takes 6 points to get. This is only 2. You see how nice this one is? That's my point. We could get some easier ones, like this one. This one. I don't know. Point is, there's some improvement here, but this jewel is pretty much worth 40 to 50x in my eyes. Do not even try offering unless you're actually going to come to me with a 40x offer. Now I'll show you the other one. What? Another one? Yeah, I have another one. So I was rolling a second one to see if I could get one better and to see how rare this one actually is. I rolled quite a bit of divine orbs, okay? Quite a bit. And now I'll tell you that they roll between 3 different ones. There's Rakiata, Comb, and Kiolova, or however you say it, K something, Kiolova, whatever. So this one, if I do copy, paste, you'll see I have, now, these are the only nodes you actually want to take. You do not actually want this, you don't want this, and you technically don't want this, right? These are the only 4 that you really want good things to get onto. 5% increased strength, 5% increased strength, 5% increased strength, and you take 10% reduced extra damage from critical strikes. So you have every point that you already take in the build with something good on it. Holy shit. So I'm selling this jewel, by the way. So if you guys want to buy this jewel, hit me up and start offering because it's for sale. And I'm not going to put it on trade. It's in this video. If you want to buy it, hit me up. Make your offer. I may not sell it right away. I may not sell it at all. I still might use it because it's so good. Because I might not go through with this 5. Maybe I don't need the 5, like all the extra increased strength. Like for example, let me show this. If I still pass 1500, I'm good enough. Because I need to, basically the thresholds are 1500 and then 2100. Or I have to somehow get an extra zombie somewhere else, and then I can hit 1800 as a threshold. It's because every 300 strength in the helmet gets you an extra zombie. And so right now I have 16 zombies at 1500 strength, and to get an extra one I need 18 zombies, so I need to go up 2, not 1. So I could technically just use this jewel, then I don't need to take all of these extra points, and I save about 14 points on the skull tree, and I still pass the threshold because of how good the strength gear is from my, how good the strength stacking is from my gear. So just to let you know, technically the other one is also for sale if you want 25% increased strength. If you make that 40x offer, I might be inclined to just take it because that is quite a bit, you know, but it is a really good jewel and I don't want to do it, but I do want to do it because it's a lot, but it's a really good jewel for the build, but I don't want to do it. Point is, I'm open to offers. We have 2 insane jewels and God, holy shit. 1678. So again, the other reason, now this is the big one. This is the thing where people will go, oh, why do I want to strength stack if I'm not using Geoffrey's? Okay. The Baron gets me the extra zombie per strength stacking. So because I went from 1000 to 1500, I gained an extra 2 zombies, which got me to the 8 zombies instead of 7. That's nice. Okay. Now the next thing, the glove gives you 2% increased energy shield per 10 strength. So I have explained that if we were using Spirit Offering without the Shaper's Touch in the past, it was giving us 1100 energy shield if we consumed 5 corpses. With Shaper's Touch, we were getting 2200 energy shield. With 1678 strength and only 6500 life, so less life than before, we're getting more energy shield from it. We're getting 2600 every 0.7 seconds. Why do we want the energy shield big? Because we generate it every time the Spirit Offering procs. Off of the cast when damage taken setup, every time I get hit, I'm proccing Spirit Offering, generating this shield. It's absolutely broken. Now on top of that, I got an enchant for the helmet. I upgraded my helmet because I had a 15C corrupted shitty helmet that had no enchant, no corruption, not even quality, okay? No, like nothing. I bought this. It was like 1.5x. It gives me 3 additional corpses. Now, more consistently, I get 5 corpses for the Spirit Offering from my Desecrate. The Desecrate makes up to 8 corpses now, but when you do it near a wall, I'll even showcase it here. If you do your Desecrate next to a wall, you see that I'm not getting the full amount of corpses, therefore I'm not getting the full amount of shield every single time. It's inconsistent, so getting more corpses spawned gives you a higher chance of getting your 5 corpses for the Spirit Offering. Pretty significant. I like it. It was a good enchant, and people seem to underestimate Desecrate enchant because there was 3 of them for 1.5x, and then there's like other stuff, so clearly it's the enchant that people care the least about of the enchants that you can get on the Baron for the build. Haha. That's good. Okay, so strength stacking, very good for both the Baron, the zombie version of the build, the Shaper's Touch, the Spirit Offering, the Desecrate. We're just taking this full brute force down this road of zombies, damn, survivability, strength stacking, hell, just trying to get it all as much as I possibly can. Now, this version is not cheap. Do not try. Do not. Unless you're fully committed, like I am, to going and taking this all the way. Do not make this change. It's for like 1 extra zombie, guys. Don't do it. Stay at 1,000 strength. It's fine. But I might go to 2,100 because it's funny. Because you can. So if I get an even crazier Timeless Jewel, it's even easier. And then also I can replace these 2 jewels down here with Brawn. If I get 2 Brawn jewels instead, I can take my strength up to like 2k right now. Right now, I could take it to 2k. You could go punch it in the POB that I have in the description too, probably. You'll see 2k. It's so stupid. But yeah, that's the direction of the build I want to go, and I think it's better. I think it's absolutely insane, and it's a little mind-blowing that this is possible and that like I got some of these items for so cheap. So now let me go over this. The ring I paid 10x. I told you I overpaid. I paid 4.5x for the chest plate. It was fully linked and everything. I don't know. That's way too good. And then the belt was like an X. This I got recently. Bought the silver roll. Bought the. That guy asked if I still wanted that. Traded a lot of currency. I don't remember where I bought it, but either way, this is similar. Basically, I have another amulet too. I have all my old items as well. Technically, if you wanna buy them, so I'll show you. My old belt had 9% increased attributes. It's the tier 2, so you can't get the tier 1. But it's still really a solid belt. Had Chaos Res, had all the stuff that the build wants. This one has Chaos Res with Fire Res, increased attributes, and it had Life as the implicit instead of Strength. I also had the old amulet, which is pretty much the exact same amulet, but it has 4% chance to block spell damage, which is technically better than this amulet, but the benefit of this amulet is it had Fire Res, and I need the Fire Res. That's the only reason. Otherwise, it's exactly the same. This one had Life, Chaos, Lightning. It just had the reses while having Life, but it didn't have Strength. This one, same thing, Life, reses, and I got to craft Minion move speed. I had 2 of them, actually. There was this one as well. You could craft Minion move speed, I think. This one could have Minion move speed instead of the reses. Then I crafted this one. I was crafting Strength essences on rings, and I hit a +3 with 16 all res. I was like, what the fuck? What the hell? That's a broken ass ring. So that's really good. You can craft Life on it. And then this one had Strength, Life, and reses. It was really good. It didn't have any chaos, so I crafted some chaos, but it wasn't enough for the build. So even though this is a really, really good ring, I just couldn't fit it. I needed more res, which now I got so much res that I didn't need to take the res from the tree, which always feels good when you don't have to take this full wheel. It feels a lot better saving those points. I feel like I've gone over everything. So if you're trying to do this version of the build, the way I did it is, like I said, I solved the decks first through the ring. Basically, the logic is if you have 12% increased attributes on the amulet and 12% increased attributes on the belt, you only needed 35 on the ring. or on something, and so 35 was pretty okay. But while getting 35, I was being greedy, and I got the strength and the life so that I'd never have to replace this ring again. And then it came with res too, and I was like, I offered the guy an X. It wasn't even listed for sale, dude. He ignores me. I go, hey, dude, when I message him, hi, it says he's not online, and then he's there again, so I know he's just gone to his hideout, and I'm like, oh, I caught him in a loading screen, so I know he's there. So I wait like 2 minutes, and I'm like, hey, man, I know you're there. Please, can I buy this? And he goes, 10x. I'm like, okay, 10x. And I bought it. Like, I knew that if I offered anything else, he wouldn't be very happy. I'm going to be honest, I was trading him, and he waited in the trade window. After I accepted, he waited like a minute. He was thinking, he's like, do I want to sell this? And then after I bought it, he goes, that's a really good ring. And I'm like, he's so not happy about selling it, but he's happy he has 10x. So win-win. But yeah, basically worry about the decks because it's going to be a problem. If you try to get decks on the boot, you will have to get either armor evasion base, or you need an evasion base. You won't be able to get strength then. Be warned that the base matters for the rolls that it can get. And then, yeah, priority for the belt was the implicit of strength, the chaos res, and the increased attributes. The bonus was strength and life, if you can. The priority on this ring was chaos res and strength. The bonus was life. I was able to craft it at least. Like I said, the amulet needed there's 4 implicits you can go for. There was strength, which is plus 30. It's 20 to 30. You can get strength dexterity, which is 16 to 24. You can get strength intelligence, 16 to 24. Or you could get increased strength, which is a corruption, which not likely. I think it's a talisman, actually, but not likely, but you could still search for it. So then the actual things I wanted on it was life and the increased attributes. And while I was going through it, I found the one that was worth 4x. This was 4x. That's what it was. It was 4x. I offered him 3, and he said 3x 50C. And I'm like, dude, I don't got the 50C. You take 14 Mariketh splinters? And he did. So it was 52C if you converted it. I just didn't want to. So paid 4x for that baby. And then, yeah, the belt attributes. Pretty much... I was trying to prioritize strength as much as possible, and I knew that Chaos Res was going to be a problem, so I made sure to try to get Chaos Res solved first. Life was a luxury. You don't actually need to build life as much as you would think when you're strength stacking like this. I was able to have like 6k with 3 items not having any life, by the way. So that's it's really dumb how good strength is in this build, and I'm very happy. And there's still technically like some room for improvement, because imagine in the chest plate we rolled 52 strength with the 12% increased strength, and then we had like life and increased life. That would be insane. But like the odds of doing that, good luck, basically. If you imagine if you hit maim, like there's a lot of cool stuff and powerful things you can do with an Elder Astral Plate, and we just scratched the surface. I got a starter, one that just gave me the nice strength that I wanted to do the build, and I think I'll leave because this has been so long to go over everything I've done. I didn't replace the shield, by the way, because the shield is just great. Look at this shield. Look, tell me that I'm going to replace this for less than 10 exalts. There's no way. There's no way. If you look up a shield with the chaos, life, and strength of this shield, you won't find anything. It doesn't exist. This is 10x at least. So there's no way I'm going to be able to replace this. It even had all really... What a good shield. So I kept it. It's beautiful. Only upgraded the things that needed upgrading, and upgraded my tree to work around the jewel that I had. Your tree will have to look different for the jewel that you have. The point here is I was trying to just get as many 5% increased strengths as possible to hit these different thresholds to get as much strength as possible, so I could see what limits I could push the build to. And currently at 25% increased strength, that's pretty cool. But imagine if you had like 35, 40. Wow, it'd be powerful. So yeah, again, if you want to buy the 25% increased strength jewel, let me know. If you want to buy the 15% increased strength jewel with the 10% reduced extra damage from crit strikes, let me know. Again, like to thank everyone who's been supporting the channel recently. It's absolutely insane, the growth. In 21 hours, we're getting 111 subs. We're growing so goddamn fast. Everyone's supporting the channel. The comments are so amazing. I love replying to all the comments. I literally reply to every fucking comment, even if it's negative. I don't care. I thank them for negative comments. I like reading them. I like the community. PoE is such a different community from Minecraft and other games that I've done before. It's a lot less it's basically not toxic at all in comparison to League of Legends. It's kind of insane. It's really refreshing and nice. I love you guys. This has been amazing. So I'm going to keep it going. And now let's thank the people who have financially supported the channel. So on the channel, we have a Patreon and memberships, YouTube memberships. So they're basically the same thing. Everyone knows about what a Patreon is. So basically there's a Patreon for YouTube now. You have YouTube memberships. I even have you have a name. It's like Leet Gamers. Come on, guys, join today. Support the channel. I'll announce you at the end of every single video. So our Patreon supporters are White Wolf and Tradnix. I love them both. They also support me through YouTube memberships because they're such nice guys. Along with them, we have Daverboy and Varkbone. He is a new addition. You should join too today. Support the channel. Invest, as Mr. Beast says, invest in the channel so I can improve the audio, so I can fix the fan for my computer, so I can make improvements to these videos so they can be better. Appreciate you guys, even if you don't. Appreciate all the comments, the likes, the dislikes, the subs, everything. Appreciate all the interaction, and I've really been enjoying it. I hope you guys have been too. And the gameplay will be in the next episode. I think it would go too long if I included it in this one. We'll leave it as a cliffhanger. If you are looking forward to seeing the build, then hit the like button and subscribe. Hit the little bell to receive a little extra piece of notifications so you guys don't miss the next video. You can also follow me on Twitter, join the Discord. I send out notifications in both. You can mute all the channels except for the stream notifications. It's the only one I can send in, therefore, like the one that I send in, so therefore no one can spam it, and you'll only get notifications from me. It's up to you if you want. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.